Well, we have our next guest with us. He is a multi-instrumentalist, musician, and producer. We have Peter of Hypocrisy. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Thank you very much. Hope you guys are doing good out there in this fucking stupid world.
Peter, the last time I talked to you was back in 2016, and we talked about your other band, Pain, and I just wanted to make really quick mention how much we love your new release and rendition of Gimme Shelter. I played it on the show, and everybody went nuts. They absolutely loved it. What was it like for you to release a cover of a song by one of your favorite bands?
Oh, especially when the way I did it, like a standalone, not on an album and stuff like that. I never did. But I thought it was kind of important for me to get it out. I mean, I had this song laying around recorded already for 5 years or something. I had some, what do you call it, like Rolling Stones issues. You know, sometimes you dive in very deep into bands and stuff. So I just felt I have to do it. And I did it like the original, actually. You know, it sounded pretty much the same. I don't know why. I guess I just wanted the bluesy thing, you know, with guitar solos and the tweaky things, you know. But then a year ago, I was like, shit, I need to get some Pain out. Because I know when Hypocrisy comes out, it's full on with that. And there is no turning back, you know, until everybody had their dose. So I figured, like, Gimme Shelter today's lyrics is still as scary as it was 50 years ago, you know, when it was singing about the Cold War and all this bullshit, Vietnam and shit. Now, today, we have a different kind of way with the epidemic. So it was a lot of, it's still a lot of fear out there. So I just felt like I needed to get it out.
Yeah, and like I said, we loved it. I mean, of course, a very serious message, but it's like you said, you stuck so close to it, and it sounded so great, and to just, I don't know, we really liked it. I was like, I don't know what people are going to think, you know, I'm playing this big freaking metal show, and I pop your song in there, and everybody like, who is this? What is this? This sounds just like the... Yeah, they loved it. So I was like, this is so great. That's what I'm going to pop it in again tonight, by the way. Just to appease the fans. But, Peter, we waited 8 long years for new Hypocrisy, and this year we finally got it in the form of your new album, Worship. And it was, of course, well worth the wait for us. What started the ball rolling for this album after all these years?
That is a good question. I don't know. I mean... 8 years seems a long time, but in between these 8 years, I made like 4 or 5 albums and a lot of touring with 3 different bands, you know, Lindemann, Pain, and Hypocrisy. So it's been a constant just put my nose in work and not even realize it's been 8 years. I think coming back to it was actually when me and my son was doing this side thing. We wanted to do a death metal album together, me and him. So we just spitting out a bunch of riffs, and we got like 11 songs or something, but we never put any vocals on, and it was only in the demo state, you know, that it was not so serious, but it was something we wanted to get out. He's blasting his ass off on the drums and shit, and he was contributing. He was writing a lot of stuff. Actually, he wrote the Dead World that's on the new album. We took that from there, and that's Sebastian's song. He wrote that song. So that was pretty cool, and that's going to be the second single, actually.
And I heard that, and I read all about that, too. Now, do you guys still plan on releasing that album that you guys are doing together? Because now that we heard music and what both you guys can do, we kind of want to hear it now, Peter.
I know, but there's no lyrics and there's no real recording. It's just putting up microphones for the drums and just plugging in a couple of guitars, and that was pretty much it. And then we said, it's boring. Okay, so he went over to more electronic stuff, and I actually started thinking about the Hypocrisy album.
Well, you know, Peter, in all this spare time you have, you could pop off some lyrics for that, can't you?
Oh, God, I hate writing lyrics. It never makes sense to me, you know?
But that song is great, and that's cool that it's going to be the second single, because I've already listened to the album like 2 or 3 times. Still can't figure out what my favorite song is off of it, because every time I listen to it, you hear different elements. And it's weird, it depends on what time of day you listen to it too. At nighttime, when you're feeling all beat up from the world, certain songs make more sense, and you can really relate to it. In the morning, it's different, but we love the album. I mean, were you happy with how it came out?
I think so.
I don't know. You do so much.
I hadn't had time to sit down and just listen through it in a row for a long time. I still hope that I trust myself that I did something right. My self-confidence has never been good with that. I only write what I think, is good, what I like. And
of course.
I'm just happy if people share the same feeling as that I do. So I have no expectations. It can go anyway, I guess, this album. And for me, it's still close to my heart as all the other albums I make. So I really hope people can enjoy it and not saying this was fucking waste of 8 years.
No, I don't think they're going to say that.
Well, you never know. There is always people who...
yeah, there are, but whatever, everybody's got
to... It is what it is.
Right.
I think this is the best that we could come up with for this time,
Well,
and let's see.
Speaking about how much you hate to write lyrics, Peter, what are these songs about lyrically?
I don't know. It's just shit I see on TV and on the net, and I think about it, and I start analyzing a lot of things. I really are involved in everything that's happening politically, science fictions, or even if you want to talk about, like scientist things, science facts. And I guess that's what you get through the lyrics.
I liked Children of the Gray because it reminded me of like when my husband and I go grocery shopping or something, and now and then he'll look at a cashier and he'll tell me he thinks that's a gray. And I'm like, they wrote a song about your people, whatever. Because we're the same thing, you see all these things on TV and you watch these shows and you watch, those ancient aliens and all this kind of crap, and it's interesting and it's kind of a whole nother escape, and you're pretty much mindless TV. But and then it was just kind of cool when I saw Children of the Gray. I'm like, oh my God. And I thought my husband was the only one that did shit like that. Peter's the same way.
Yeah, maybe there's more that meets the eye, I think we're all... I said this many, many years ago. I think we were planted here, and we're just a big experiment. Someone is just laughing at us and see how we develop and how we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time.
Well, they got some great entertainment, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. They got the money's worth. That's for sure. So I mean, on the title track, "Worship," it's really about now they've seen enough. Now they're coming back to collect. And people will be held responsible for the mess.
Or they'll eat us all.
You never know. There's a lot of different variants. I mean, you only have to believe in so much what you read. You have to really filter a lot of shit.
Of course.
And it has to make sense to you. Sometimes you can get driven a lot by things you see on Discovery or whatever, you name it, and radio shows and shit like that, and you lose your mind after a while. So you really have to have a distance to things, what you believe is possible. And because you can't believe it's possible doesn't mean that it actually is possible.
That's
it's
true.
Just that your mind is not so far driven, I guess.
Right.
So you never know.
That is true. So tell us a little bit about the album musically now, Peter.
Ooh. I would say it's as hypocrisy will ever get. You have all the elements in there, and I guess if you have the same writer and not try to change because there's different music styles that are more popular. Like some people did in the 90s who had death metal bands. They started losing their grip kind of and changing. I mean, we changed a little bit with Fourth Dimension from Osculum Obscenum, but that was just a development. There were still fast songs on there, but we put in new elements. And it's usually always like when you start a band, you're influenced by certain bands and you want to copy that. And then after one or two albums, you start finding your own way to write music. And I think that's what we did. And then all of a sudden you develop a hypocrisy style. Mm-hmm. So I would say this sounds very hypocrisy. The only goal I had was just to make better songs, because I would hate to hear AC/DC started sounding like Metallica or something. You know, I want AC/DC to be AC/DC. I want Metallica to be Metallica. So for me, it's very obvious. I just want to write as a fan of what I like.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does sound very hypocrisy, and just, it's good. I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. Powerful, you know, it's not sleepy. You know, sometimes after 8 years, like, oh boy, what is going to happen here? Nothing bad happened, so we're happy with it. So now you guys did a pre-release of Chemical Horror, written, you know, it's pretty pertinent to today's times, but you guys, you know, wrote this a while ago, right?
Yeah, we did the video 2 years ago, pretty exactly, in September. So the album actually existed for maybe another year before that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's pretty funny how people are freaking out now. They think I'm Nostradamus or something. I read some stupid shit.
Maybe
but
you are.
It's not true. You know, the thing is, like, with the big pharma companies and shit, it's been like that since the first day it came out. Mm-hmm. You know, try to get people hooked on my stuff so they can get more. Mm-hmm. You know, so I can get more money. And I'll do anything to get more money. I will destroy anything, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. Yeah. So I just actually wrote that shit down because I started to study that stuff for a while. I got into all these big pharma techs, and it's pretty scary.
It is. Even more so today. And then here comes this video. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just so true.
Yeah. It was annoying to see some people, is this an anti-wax song? Like, are you fucking stupid, you fucking idiot? But, you know, it's always people who's not going to get it.
Always.
But that's good. Then they can start talking, because I see a lot of comments after that. They're the same thing. Are you stupid? It's not about that. You know? So that's good.
Especially if they know. I mean, it's everywhere, you know, how this was previously written. I mean, it's just everywhere. I mean, if they're true Hypocrisy fans, they will know anyways, you know. But, oh, yeah, there's got to be one in every crowd, Peter, or two or three.
Yeah, wait till they hear Dead World.
Oh boy! Are you doing a video for that one too?
Yeah.
Oh boy! It's gonna get good.
I can't really say anything about the video. You have to see it when it comes out. But yeah, people are gonna go, "What the fuck? What a happy guy!"
Good. That gives us something to look forward to, because we love saying "What the fuck."
Yeah.
But
it's intensive, that's for sure.
So, you know, we would talk about pre-orders, but most of them are like sold out already. Were you surprised at things?
What the fuck happened?
I was going to say, were you surprised?
Everything is sold out. What the fuck?
It's just not even October yet.
No. I mean, for me, I'm like, record company, don't you want to make more money? But I guess no one expected that it was sold out in a week, everything.
It's crazy.
All the boxes, all the vinyls, all the fucking, you know, all these things just went woof. It's only t-shirts and zippers and stuff left now. So we're hoping they can come up with some more stuff now.
Well, they still got plenty of freaking time, you know. If, like you said, that stuff sold out in like a week, and it's true. As soon as you had it up there, I'm like, oh, I gotta go check it out. I was like, sold out? Like, what do you mean sold out? You just put it up there.
And the funny thing now with this COVID shit, there's a waiting list for like 9 months to just press vinyls.
Oh,
yeah, so now it's out. So what? We're going to wait 9 months? I don't know what the hell is going on here, what they have up their sleeve, but I hope they have something.
That's going to suck for you, because people will be like, I pre-ordered this 9 months ago. What the fuck? Where is it? You know, that's going to happen, right?
Yeah. No, but I'm sure they have a plan. But anyhow, it will be out on Spotify, and videos will come, and there will plenty of things to do.
And maybe some new stuff will get added in between then.
Yeah, we will. I mean, for the first time in our life, we have a Hypocrisy website now.
Ah, and what is it?
Yeah, like 20 years too late, but hey, that's us.
And well, that's good, because then people could go there for everything. Get the links to shopping, hear the news, and tours. When are you going to be hitting the road again, do you know?
Spring.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty. Well, this year's almost over when you really think of it.
Yeah, we actually had a European tour booked in October, October, November, but since the issue with the vinyls and stuff, they had to move it till 26th of November, and go out on the tour and start playing songs, and people can hear it on YouTube live before they hear it on the album. I was like, nah, this is not going to work.
No.
And also in Europe, there's still places where you have to sit at a table to watch a show. And it's just, financially, it's just shooting yourself in the foot. You never know what's going to happen. So we said, okay, let's not even announce it and wait till next year.
There you go.
We start in North America next year, so that's going to be good.
That's good. Yeah, better just to be safe. Who knows? All kinds of different shit happening every day, and it would suck to have to backtrack and recoup, and fuck it. Next spring it is.
Yeah, I mean, look at Korn and them. They're very brave, I tell you.
Well, they got a big budget, so I guess it doesn't matter if they have to recoup.
Oh, it does. Trust me. I was on the same budget with Lindemann, and when something goes wrong, it's very expensive. Trust me.
Ugh. All right, well, then you're good. You lived and learned, and you're playing it safe this time around, Peter.
Yeah, and it was not my cup of tea to do that. I am underground, and that's how I'm going to stay,
There you go. And now you mentioned your website, so what is it? So people could go over there, pick up what's left of merch, see what's going on with the band.
It's actually brand new now, so it's hypocrisyband.com.
Okay, and then people could go.
And if you go out on Facebook on Hypocrisy, there's links everywhere to this, and you just scroll down to merch, I think, or something like that.
I'm sure
Store,
there's buttons,
maybe it's called. I have no fucking clue. It's not my thing, My thing is to create music, and that's it.
There you go. You're doing your part. That's somebody else's job, but it'll be up there for all of you. I'm sure there's little buttons for everything, like every website. And, there you go. Hypocrisy have a new album out off of Nuclear Blast called Worship. And, Peter, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us here today. And we wish you and the band all the best.
Yeah, you too. And hope to see you guys soon then.